Hey, what's going on, everybody? What's going on? So I got some cool news. I am working on a course. I'm not 100% sure where I'll put the course, but it's going to be a course on gesture drawing. I've been working on what I want to put in there. It'll probably actually be like a gesture drawing course that leads all the way up to being able to draw your own characters nearly from imagination. It's kind of what I have planned, so I'll be working on that over the next few months. It'll be available for sale somewhere. Again, I'm not 100% sure. I'm either going to do it on Udemy or on CubeBrush. I'm not 100% sure which one yet, but I will be working on that, and I'm really looking forward to being able to provide that for all of you. The other thing that I have that I'm working on is I am working on a Patreon, just so that if you do feel the urge that you want to be able to donate, you can do that on that instead, and I'll get more of the money than if you donate on YouTube. So I'll leave that up to y'all. That's, I don't expect people to be donating or anything like that to me, but just in case that you want to. Alright, so today we are going to be doing some dynamic gesture drawing, so more gestures like these ones here, and I have 20 that I'll end up doing at random, and yeah, everything is pretty much set up, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. I hope that all of y'all are doing well. I hope that you're taking care of yourselves. I hope that you're drawing, but not overdoing it. Don't burn yourself out. Art is a marathon, it is not a sprint. I know I say that a lot, but it's true. Hey, yep. I don't know where I think my other headphones are in the in the truck, so I am unable to do that right now. Have my little headphones in, so I'm using my noise canceling ones. Alright, let's get started. Ooh, this is a good pose. So I want to know, as y'all are piling in, and even if you're coming in a little later and you're watching this at a later date, put in the comments, what are you planning on doing with your art? Not much, Coop. How you been? Do you want to do like manga? Do you want to create a comic? Do you want to do a web comic? Do you just enjoy art, so it's something that you just have a passion for, just to draw? Some people are like that. This is a really cool pose, actually. You're here for, that's what I like to hear, Coop. You're just here to support, give some love. I appreciate it. Coop, you've been here since the very beginning, man. I appreciate all of that. You are one of the reasons why I continue to do this and have as much fun as I do doing it. So I really do appreciate you. Ooh, I want to try, let me do this one. Actually, let's do this one. Sorry, sometimes I get the references that have like multiple on there, so it's kind of hard for me to choose, and I don't want to keep doing the same one over and over again either. What I need to do is I need to take this one and break it down into several. think that this is possible. I think that he twisted this body a little too much, so, or she. I mean, it's a cool, really cool pose, but I do think that the body's a bit broken here. Alrighty. You know what? That is a good idea to start. Maybe doing the contour lines when I have time. Alright. Let's get this in. Coop, how has school been going, man? I feel like I haven't heard anything about school in the recent weeks. Just been chugging along. Well, that's good. You're in college, right? Alright, so that one's good to go. Nice. Is it your first year of college? I'm sorry, I know that we've talked about this before, but it's been a long time since I asked you, and I don't have the best of memories. Second year? Oh, okay. Is it a 4-year college, or are you in community college right now? Yeah, college, especially when you first start out, it can be boring because you're not quite able to do the job, or not the jobs, the courses that you want to do. Like, college really felt great for me once I was done taking like my maths and my sciences. Even though I do like math and science actually, but at my college they were entirely too difficult. for no reason. Like they took to like testing on stuff that they weren't teaching because they were trying to like weed people out of like those people who were trying to go into like medical school and stuff like that. And it's just like, bruh, if you're not teaching it to me and it's not in the freaking books that you're assigning, like why are we doing this? Yeah, it was the college that I went to was like it was a pretty difficult college, and yeah, they definitely were trying to, they're doing it on purpose to, you know, make it so I need to, sorry, give me 1 second to make this bigger. I also need to like pull it down a bit. And I think I can actually take this and shrink it just a bit. But yeah, they were definitely trying to make it difficult for people to like breeze through stuff. So yeah, it was not fun taking those courses. But then I found sociology, which I loved. I find learning about people and like patterns of people and stuff to be so fascinating. Like it's just so cool, like to see how, as like groups of individuals and at like the micro level too, how people interact with one another and what outside forces make them react with one another in that kind of way and stuff like that. But yeah, the sciences at my school were not fun at all. Not fun at all. Alright, so that was my first 5. So now I'm going to have 7 gestures in a row, and then I'll have another 1 minute break, and then I'll have 8 gestures in a row. So this one is, I could probably recreate this whole scene with 2 minutes. But this is a manga panel from Full Metal Alchemist, and this is our boy here, Roy Mustang. Almost forgot his name for a second. That would have been embarrassing. And he is just giving Lust the torch right here. Sociology is interesting, but I'm not learning anything interesting. Yeah. What courses have you been taking? Oops. That's pretty good. I got like basically a whole, oops. Whole panel done. That was pretty cool. Yeah. Yep, the required courses are never fun. Oh, whoops. That was funny. My headphones switched over because the app turned off on my phone. It switched immediately over to the computer, so I'm listening to the same music y'all are right now. Any tips for not procrastinating? Well, it's like hard because I can sit here and say, like, give you tips, but I procrastinated a lot in college until I got to the point where I really needed to start doing well, because like I also was a college athlete too, so I ended up being really, really behind. Well, not really behind, I shouldn't say that. I wasn't like at risk of being put on like academic probation or anything like that. But I was more behind than I wanted to be, and I really had to make up ground to get back to like a reasonable grade point average for when I wanted to apply to my social work schools and stuff. But I mean, it's hard because it's like I don't know what's gonna actually motivate you. The way that I always looked at it was whether or not you wait until the very end and put more stress and pressure on yourself, it's gonna have to get done. So why not just get it done quicker? Give yourself more time to get it done to the best of your ability. And also, even if you do hate it, and it sounds like you don't really like your courses, like, do you really want to be thinking about whether or not you should be doing your work for a month and a half or 2 months or whatever, or do you just want to get it done and not have to think about it anymore? That's the way I would think about it. Tips for not procrastinating once you are doing stuff that you enjoy, because if you're a person that procrastinates just in general, would be, like, for instance, the reason why I could draw more, like I always tell myself every day, like, why am I not drawing more? But there's people out there that are going to pass you in skill level and accomplishments and things like that, and being able to like actually get a job that you might be wanting and stuff of that nature if you don't stop procrastinating and just do the work. And also, like, just depends too on what kind of human being you want to be, like, and what kind of human being you think you are. Like, are you for stuff that you enjoy, of course, but are you going to be happier with yourself playing a video game like a month and a half from now, or are you going to be happier with yourself if you've accomplished or finished a comic, for instance, like a one-shot, or I don't know, created a new character for your comic, or what have you, right? This cuts off here, so I'm going to stop there. The answer to that is always going to be if you do the thing that is going to give you the long-term, like, feel-good factor, which is accomplishing something that's like a dream for you. For instance, I've always wanted to teach people, so why would I continue to wait to create a course for people where they can get a whole bunch of information in a 17 or 18 hour video, like, compilation, and I'll work hard at it and stuff like that, make sure it's edited decently and everything. Why do I keep waiting? Like, there's no reason to. My gestures, for instance, are good enough for me to teach it, and it's going to make me happier in the long run, because I know that I'm helping people out there that really, really are looking for it. I don't know. It's about finding what kind of person you are and what's meaningful to you. This is another really cool pose, I think. Perhaps you can do a little bit of both. True. Yeah, you can always mix it in. I like to, like, if I want to play, like, for instance, like, video games, like, I'm, like, in my brain, I really want to, like, just work on some, or, play, like, a game with my brother and my best friend. The way that I justify doing that is, like, I've put in the work for the week and done what I needed to do for my art. It's like getting dessert, almost. Like, you gotta eat your dinner before you get dessert. It's the way I like to look at it. And that's worked for me pretty well, because if I don't, then video games are easy to sink time into because they're instantly rewarding, and in this day and age, it's like really easy to get stuck on instant rewards, like, and we see that with even how social media is. Dude, I'm just like going deep today. But like social media, one of the most, like, the highest performing platforms right now is TikTok. And what's TikTok? It's literally instant, like, release, instant like endorphins going through your brain because it's short-term content. And you see that also even within like teaching and stuff. Like, people love short-term content because we don't want to wait for anything. We want it now. Oh, this is a very difficult pose. I wonder if this pose is from... Alright, I do need to pause this because I need to get off of this. Sorry, give me 1 second, everybody. Oh, beautiful. Oh, it's so much better. But yeah, this pose is very hard. But yeah, so it's hard to... I got myself off the cancer out. Yeah, I'm like afraid to get a TikTok because as much time as I already spend on YouTube, like, I don't need to do TikTok. I really don't. Sorry, give me 1 second, Coop, and I will get to your comment. This pose is just like super hard because it's like upside down and chick's kind of doing the splits and it's a lot. Probably take this leg and shrink it down quite a bit. Alright. Uh-oh. Currently trying to restrict my time off some apps because I'm on them way too much. I am right there with you, buddy. You know, I can't wait, actually. And I'm getting there. Like, I've already created a panel, but I honestly can't wait to start my one-shot and post that and get the Patreon and all that stuff going because it's going to feel so nice to consistently have something that I'm working towards every day. That's like what I want to do, you know? I'm very, very excited for that. This leg, I don't like how short it was. I know that it's foreshortened, but something didn't feel right about it, so I wanted to pull it back a bit. It feels much better to me. You know, sometimes it's okay to question the the reference that you have, right? It doesn't need to, you don't need to always, I mean, unless it's like a real body, then you do want to, you know, do that. But if you're using references like I am, that are drawings, like you can question those things because they took artistic liberties with it. So you don't have to copy it just as you see it, you know? I hope one thing that y'all are noticing as I'm doing this stuff is you don't see choppy lines. Like, you don't see me doing a lot of this. Even if I do go over things, I'm like, you know, doing that stuff. It's just because you don't want to stiffen your drawing up with choppy lines. You want to make sure that you're being as loose as you can be when you're drawing these things. Dude, Boichi's art is so gorgeous, dude. Like, you can just like feel the structure of his drawings. They're so gorgeous. I really love his I wouldn't even call it a style. I just love the way that he draws and how he sees things. Because like his style is like it's like mostly realism with a hint of anime. This chest is way too small. So you just get these like beautiful renditions of different characters and stuff. I love, this is like a fan art of Vash from Trigun, and it's just such a gorgeous fan art. Or I think he actually might have done like a panel or something, or like I don't know, I'll have to look that up because I don't want to give bad info. But he did like a one shot for this or something. This drawing is really bad. Yeah, I've done much better than this. It's alright. Moving on to the next one. Oof. Thoughts on chemistry. I am not a fan of chemistry. It's interesting because it's like a science that like at least somewhat makes, I mean, all sciences make sense, but I am just not a huge fan of chemistry. I like the idea of chemistry. Like, I like what is this? This is not good. I had two really bad ones in a row, actually. Let me see if I can fix it. Yeah, this is way off. What was I thinking? I don't know, sometimes science doesn't, like, some sciences don't feel like they really make sense sometimes. I mean, obviously they do, because they're science. And I actually love science, so I don't know why I'm saying that, but... it's, I don't know. Chemistry's not my favorite. I like anatomy and physiology and things like that. Those I like really enjoy actually. I also like biology quite a bit. I actually want it to be which is funny that I'm getting ready to say this and I just said I don't really like chemistry, but I want it to be like a forensic like scientist and like do like, you know, blood splatter stuff and DNA, which is literally like all chemistry. It's biochem actually, I'm pretty sure. So it's funny that I don't like chemistry anymore. You know, that was like the route that I was planning on going at one point. I don't know how many I have left. 4, 5. Guess I still have 17 seconds. I can make the legs more accurate here. I'm cramping. I like worked out today too, so my body's like not happy with me right now. Sitting in this chair drawing. Probably need to stretch again. Alright, that one is finished. Oof. I get cramps in like the weirdest spots. I'm having one like back here. It's so strange. Alright, you know what? I'm not waiting another 20 seconds. I'm just going to skip this one. Alright, perfect. Yeah, I was at one point. Yeah, that's what I was just like thinking about too, because it's like it's biochem and it's also like physics and stuff like that, and you have to like understand how to like get all that stuff without accidentally like contaminating it. There's a lot involved with a lot of science involved with being like a forensic scientist. I'm gonna erase this back a bit. videos. I literally have no idea how many more I have left. Maybe 3. I have no clue. I'm gonna guess, since there's 41 minutes left, there's probably 3. I am going to wrap up after I finish the 3rd one, just because I do have some like drawing like assignments and stuff that I want to get done for my class. One thing I could probably do with this one is just pull this upper leg back to here. Just a little too long, especially because it's foreshortened slightly. Hey, that did go by fast. Whew, that was 45 minutes. Oof. All right, and we can quickly look at everything that we drew. to duplicate the layer so that we can see a little better. It's a pretty successful day, I would say. Some of them, like this one's definitely the worst. That one did not come out great. The rest I feel like were pretty decent. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the rest. Yeah, so that'll be it for. Do you ever draw anything with more than 4 arms or more than 2 arms or wings? No, I haven't attempted that yet, but I mean, I could show you how I would go about doing it. Let me see here. I would. Ugh. That was really bad. Give me 1 second, sorry. That was better. So let me think here. There would need to be like I would probably pull this down a bit, actually, the sternum, and split the pecs in half. And then there would almost need to be like, this is gonna look funky, and I bet it's not gonna be something that's, well, I'm sure somebody's created something similar, but it's gonna look very strange. But what I'm doing is like the arms have specific muscles and bones and stuff, so it needs all of that to function the way that we know how it functions. So maybe I do this. Elongated rib cage. And then maybe the upper collarbone can be like super long or something. And then the lower collarbone can be a little shorter. This is gonna look so funky. But the reason why I'm doing this is because I'm trying to make it make sense with like how the muscles and stuff work. So you would then do this. You know, the worst part about having 4 arms is the amount of money you would spend on deodorant. That was a horrible joke. I apologize for that. Oops, this would need to go up. It was an attempt, it was. It was, I'm getting ready for dad jokes, what can I say? Because at some point they'll come in handy, I guess. Yeah, no problem. So, this is kind of how I would go about it. And the reason is because, and maybe you don't have to do like a separate set of collarbones, but there would be, like, there needs to be a split off for this because, like, the muscles and stuff that are attached to the arm are all important because they help them function so that we can move them all over like this. So maybe, like, I don't know, maybe you can make the argument that, like, with this particular creature, maybe, like, there's, like, a rib or something that juts off, but, you know, I'll keep the collarbones because to me that makes the most sense. Actually, does it? I don't know if you would need that. You would need, like, you would need a shoulder, like, you definitely need 4 shoulder blades. Yeah, because you don't need this, so yeah, let's do it this way. Because, sorry, I'm just trying to logic my way. You don't necessarily need collarbones for the lower ones because you don't need them to go up too much. That's kind of what the collarbones help with. So, but I would say that the pecs would be split off. So yeah, you would get something like this. I'll clean it up for you. And maybe like the pec kind of splits and just becomes like part of the delt almost. I don't know. It'd be interesting to do studies and see how people worked out the anatomy for these kinds of characters. Goro from Mortal Kombat is the first one that, like, rings a bell for me. But yeah, so anyways, let me finish this up a little bit here. So let me explain why I did it the way that I did it. So I did 2 sets of pecs because the pec attaches to our, I always want to call it a femur, but it's the humerus bone, so that upper arm bone, and it helps for us to be able to, like, stretch it back and forward and stuff like that. So this movement's still going to be important for the lower arm, so that's why I gave him 2 sets of pecs. So you got this set here and this set here, and then you have to have the delt because that is going to help with, like, this movement here, and also some of the same stuff that, you know, I was just talking about with the pec. The bicep helps us pull our arms up like this. That's why we do curls to build biceps. And then the tricep, which is this back muscle here, that's for being able to extend our arm with some force, and then, you know, you just get the forearm muscles for your fingers, and being able to twist and bend your arm this way and stuff like that, and move the wrist around. So that's kind of why I did the body the way that I did it. That's what makes the most sense to me. I would have to do research to do one that's super duper accurate, though. Quote unquote accurate. Let me just want to fix this. It's a little bit more of a neck, just a little bit. And I don't know if I said you're welcome, but you are more than welcome. This was kind of fun to do. I've never tried to do a character like this before, so. And then I would just go about the pecs the same way. I mean, not the pecs, the abs and the rest of the body the same way that I did. You would do like a regular body, I should say. Maybe if not quite this much space. Probably right around here. Just be cognizant, these upper arms are going to be longer, more than likely, than the lower arms, I would say. I mean, maybe not, but that's how I would create it. So it's a really big rib cage, but you need it for all the stuff. This character could have like 2 hearts and like extraordinarily large lungs, and you could do all kinds of fun stuff. I'm just gonna go in here and give him a little face. I always do that to myself. I always start with the wrong eye. You know what? I'm gonna cheat. cheated and I hate these eyes. Let me, oops. Let me go back here. Let me just do simple ones. Eyes are a little close. I'm going to push them out just a bit. Finish up his design a little here. Really need to get out of that habit of, sorry, the habit I'm talking about is I keep drawing the right side and then the left, and I'm right-handed, so I block the view of what I just drew as I'm trying to, and I just did it again, as I'm trying to copy and make things look at least somewhat similar. So you don't want to do that to yourself. Do not do it as I do. Do as I say. So I'm just gonna keep him bald. Don't need to give him a hairdo and everything. Anyways, that's my four-armed character. Could probably make his head a bit bigger. Hopefully that helped, Kitten Dragon. Thank you for that, because that was pretty fun to do. Just let my imagination run wild for a little bit. I am gonna fix these. Thanks, appreciate it. Not bad for a really rough sketch without reference. Alright, so now I am going to jump off. I do need to go get some other work and stuff done, but I hope that y'all enjoyed the stream. I'm going to stream again probably this Saturday, either Friday or Saturday, so I look forward to seeing y'all then, and I hope that you stay safe and have a great weekend, or not weekend, have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you in a couple of days. Alright, peace out. Thanks, you too.